Hey guys, it's me, it's me, Milk, finally doing that chromatic tutorial. It's not really a tutorial. I'm really just gonna show how I make them. Finally doing it after a million years. So first off, I always make the first part of the chromatic making process for me is I always start on my phone, so that's why we're here. But you don't do everything on the phone. You can tell that I didn't plan this, since this is definitely the first try because I'm stuttering a lot. But we're gonna continue on. So right now, for a video that I need to make a chromatic of Bijou Mike, and I know that some of them already exist out there. Oh well. I'm gonna make my own just for funsies. Alright, so you just want to screen record, like literally anything.
What? Was I just out of breath, or was I about to die? Where am I?
After you've screen recorded your samples that you want, you go to a funny website. You go to cloudconvert.com, then you upload your video that you recorded. Then you convert. Oh yeah, you need you need an iPhone, by the way. This is how I make them all. Maybe sometime down the road I'll make another tutorial that's more accessible to more people. But I'm literally just showing how I make my chromatics, because in case people were curious. Okay, so that's done converting. Cool. We're now downloading our stuff. All right. So you want to go ahead and get yourself GarageBand. There it is. If you're on iPhone, I don't think it's on Android. Oh, hey, what's this? Uh-oh. Oopsies. Uh-oh, I'm leaking. Oopsies, I'm leaking. I have a thing dedicated to samples, but you just make a new song. And then, here, we'll start it from the ground up. Okay, so if you're on, you need to be on iPhone, and what you need to do, make a new song. Oh yeah, get GarageBand, and click on Sampler right here. It does a bunch of, it's Bart by default, but then we import what we downloaded. So browse from files, and look, there it is, full size render 3. And then we could just see what it is real quick.
What? Was I just out of breath, or
okay, yeah.
What? Was I just out of breath, or what?
Alright, so now, this is usually like the longest part of the whole thing. You gotta, I always, I loop my chromatics to make them longer. Because, like, you can't just have, like, a chromatic that's just like,
What?
That wouldn't be good. So what we do instead is,
What?
so that's like a, then we just, that's kind of perfect already. Also, yeah, to make this thing, because usually, like, if you drag it to a certain point, it'll stop, but if you just, like, drag on it, it'll slowly get slower, or it'll slowly get shorter. Hey guys, this is like a couple days later. I'm just editing this right now. I realized I wasn't very clear with how to make the yellow thing smaller and shorter. So you tap in the middle of it and you drag down, and then usually it gets like a little pixel shorter. So you just got to keep doing that. And sometimes you might miss the middle, then it might go all the way back to like it might get really long all of a sudden, which is really annoying. We just got to deal with it. Anyways, yep. That's how you do that. So that's how you make things faster. Alright, well that's honestly pretty good actually, so what we do now, drag this all the way to the top. We're also gonna get rid of the reverb, and make it loud. Then you just wanna edit. That's way too loud. That's still too loud. Okay, right there. And I guess it does matter how long it is, but just like try to make it like well, we're just gonna have to see. How long is this? Yeah, probably about like that long. And then you always have to leave a space at least, so then it doesn't just recognize that as one whole thing. Okay, yeah, and then okay, that's the second part. So once you did that first sound, you know, I did that's an so like you know, like and then after that you want to duplicate this, and then you go and then you import the thing again. You import it for every single new vowel. That's where I messed up last time, but so now we have a fresh new one that'll be different from the last one. So let's go back. Let's see if I can get this I again. That's an I. So that's an ah. That's it. So we have and ah. Don't do that. They're different enough. And like, you know, once you tune it, it shouldn't really in a later step it should make it sound even more different if they sound slightly similar. So that's an and an ah. Let's try to get an E next, because E's are usually pretty common. So what we do is we import it again.
What? Was I just out of breath, or was I about to die? What? Where am I? Where am I?
Look, and another trick is that during certain sounds, you might be able to get two vowels out of one thing. So this is the same I, but if I were to cut it earlier, it might sound like an E. E. See? Yeah, that's an E. E. See, now we have an E. E. And you just repeat this process until you have 5 separate vowels or 5 separate samples. That's usually what you should shoot for. And I'll see you once I complete that. Then I'll probably see you on the computer. Hold up just a second, gamers. I forgot a step. So I have my 5 samples now. Okay, yeah, that's all 5 of them. So what you want to do now is you probably want to get like, if you need Discord, I guess. Discord for both your phone and your computer, because that's how I do it. And you could probably have like a bot. Like usually in most servers you have to like add a bot, or you have a bot in your direct messages to do something, or just like any sort of like direct message that isn't a real person. Me personally, I have an alt account that I will send it to, but if you don't have any alt accounts, or like you could just like DM it to a bot and they wouldn't do anything with it. So you press share song, Uncle press WAV. It's a me again. We're on the computer now. So after you send yourself the samples, I download it twice because I'm a fucking idiot. But you put it into your FL Studio, and I only have the trial, which is free, so it's good for everybody. I literally just use the trial for everything that I do. See, but like the great thing about having 5, like this is why you need 5. The great thing about having 5 is that having 5 is good, and having 4 is like just equally as good. But having 5 is really good because if there's one sound that just doesn't sound good, like I don't really like how this one sounds, you can just delete it and it'll still sound good because there'll still be 4 instead of just, because like they'll really sound the same, 4 and 5. But that's why you always shoot for 5 in case one of them sounds bad, so you can get rid of one of them and then make your chromatic great. So, because like, this is essentially the same thing as that, but it's just slightly worse, so we're not gonna include that. So what we do to delete stuff is we take our snipping tool up here, slice actually, and we just snip and snip, and we go back to our pencil, we right click, and wow, it's like it was never there. Wow. But before you do anything else, you have to right click on this. Then you press consolidate tracks, and from track start. Then it shouldn't take too long. There we go. Now it's all just one thing instead of 2 separate things. And now that you have this, you want to double click on it. Wait, no you don't. You do not want. You want to click on this little thing in the top left. It's like there's a little thing. You click on it, and you press pitch correct sample. Here we are. Pitch correct sample. So what you do with pitch correct sample. So first off, turn off variation, and you turn off transition, and you turn center all the way up. Now it's all nice and in tune. Then you press Control A to highlight everything. Scroll down. Usually C3 is usually where all the things start. So now they're all nice and deep. And now what you do is you just make a nice staircase. And once you have these 4, you hold Control and click. Then you drag, put your cursor over here. Control C, Control V. And then you have your 4 things again. So now we have 8. And now, if I were to do this, we now have 16. Because, you know, math, we're just timing by 2 every time. And then 16 plus 16 is 32, I believe. Then after you get 32, you just copy these last 4. And then you get a nice 36. Usually 36 is the number that you should go for. Now we have 36 going from low to high. This is literally the chromatic. But because I have the trial version, usually you'd be able to like press this button and you'd be able to drag it out. But because we can't do that, we have a workaround. So you go to your mixer. It's this button right here. Slot 2. And you look for, oh yeah, mine's going to be different if you have yours on the default settings, but you just look for Edison. Mine's up here, but it should be in any version of FL, Edison. And now you have to record the whole sample. So you press record, And now we wait. So I'm gonna go on my phone while I wait for this. Usually it takes like a minute or two. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, just comment on the video, and I'll be sure to answer them since I'm not very popular and I basically see every single comment. And that's it done. So as soon as it's done, you press stop, you stop recording it. So now we have the chromatic, and now if you are a FL Studio user, and well, I guess it ends here if you're a non-FL Studio user, but it's really nice to just chop it up right while you have it right here. Oh yeah, to save it, if you are a non-FL Studio user, you just, actually, never mind, just, forget everything that I just said, because you're gonna have to drag it into here anyway. So, after you've done that, you, this top right button, you click and drag it into the Slice X. Okay, and now, you see this button right here, medium auto slicing. It's like the fourth one to the left. You right click it, press dull auto slicing, and this doesn't happen every single time, but if it looks like this, it's perfect. It knew how to do it. But sometimes there's going to be like extra ones, and to get rid of them, sometimes there's like, I'm just gonna put one here for example. Sometimes there could be like another one here that it just put there accidentally. So like, these two notes are the exact same, and to get rid of a marker, you just right click and you delete. That's a nice chromatic. Yeah, that's how you make a chromatic. I guess I'll do a quick cover. Actually, wait. Save sample as you right there, and I guess we'll call it Bijou Miker. Bijou Mike. And I guess I'll do a quick cover of it whilst I'm here.